looking to get a driveway exception or proceed with the appeal I missed earlier this month, for additional parking space.
Is it nowhere to add a pad to your driveway?
We can do the one car pad that's commonly done throughout town where people just kind of create that one extra space right there. We do have space for that, but in my opinion, it's a quick fix because I'm a 3-child household. So at some point I'll be more than a 3-car household. So at that point I'll have 2 cars on the street. So it's quick fix, sure, but I'll be back at some point.
I mean, the only problem is, these ordinances were put in place for a reason.
Sure.
And Brandon, it's just hard to deviate every time somebody comes in. Three curb cuts were put in place for a lot of reasons, for traffic reasons, for pedestrian reasons, for drainage reasons and all of that. And it just, we have to stick to our land ordinance. It's just hard to deviate.
So in regards to the commonly ticketed parking on the street situation, I mean, do we just deal with that?
So why is he getting ticketed?
Well, he's parking cars at the stop sign and leaving there for a couple of days or so. This sweeper's going around him and we're getting complaints from all the neighbors that the cars are sitting at the stop sign and the sweeper has to go around it. And they can't see oncoming traffic because the car is at the stop bar.
So that was the most recent occurrence, and that was just one occurrence, but I've been in my 4 years, I guess, probably got about 5 or 6 stickers at this point. And the stop sign, most recent event, fair enough, that's the only one that's with parking there. I've been on Hendricks. The other 4 or 5 stickers I've gotten, it's been on Hendricks, on my side of Hendricks Street, right next to my actual drive space. So when I do pull a trailer, I obviously can't put that in a 2-car driveway. So I do park along the curb, along Hendricks, sits there. If I'm working on Friday, I don't move my truck Saturday, Sunday. It's there.
Let me ask you a question. What's wrong with notifying the police department when you have these situations to occur so they all be on the same page?
Me?
Robert, you broke up. I didn't understand what you're asking.
Notifying the police department if he has to park his vehicle there for an extended length of time. He said, what's wrong with that?
Well, I mean,
I think he's talking about on the daily.
the police department don't want everybody to start calling them. We park cars all over the streets now.
Everywhere.
I don't think everybody wants to start calling. They don't want everybody calling, saying we're gonna be parking.
I've noticed, Brandon, the only thing that I see, when you do park your trailer there, is that you cannot park a trailer there unless it's hooked to a vehicle.
Right, and I get that, and I don't leave it there full time, but I don't have additional parking space. So my day job is insurance. My after 5 job is real estate renovation and things like that. So in all fairness, I was parked at my sidewalk as well. But when the continuation of the trailer extends, yes, it did get close to the stop sign. Not ignorant to that. But that's where my mailbox is. That's where my front door entrance is. I mean, I'm parking on my property, so to say, in line with it at least. And just trying to keep stickers off stuff. We are a 3-car household now, so I will permanently be in the street come December. There's just nowhere else for me to go. If I do the 1 car, sure, I'll be back at some point when we get the 4th and 5th car, need additional parking. And we're just trying to do it in a aesthetically pleasing manner with a circle drive. And if we stick to the ordinances, which they are what they are, they're there for a purpose, I get that, but the ordinance also says we have to have, the parking space has to accommodate normal household occupants. With that 3rd car, it no longer does that. So I get one side of the ordinance, but the ordinance also reads, without regular parking in the street, it has to accommodate the household. That's the other ordinance.
Well, I mean, the planning commission has denied it in accordance with the ordinance. And, you know, they didn't deviate from the ordinance, Brad.
No, yeah, no, 100%, I agree with that.
And it's, you know, it's just not in our nature to start denying, I mean, not denying, but reversing orders that the planning commission makes. That's the whole purpose in having them.
Yeah, sure. Frontline defense, I get that. Spoke to someone in here recently about another same situation, in my neighborhood, one block over. Permitted, approved. A shop was built past the city easement. He went past the fence line. That's whatever that footage is off the curb. Shop protrudes past it. So therefore, that part was approved. Also approved additional concrete with 2 additional curb cuts to allow driveway access to that said shop within the past 10 months. It's brand new concrete.
Can you speak to that?
I don't know what that part was, but shop is only required to be 5 feet off the property line because it is an accessory structure. It's not a primary structure. It's considered
Sure.
like a storage shed.
What about the driveway?
I'm not sure about the driveway. I have to check and see, but if,
4 curb cuts currently with 2 driveways.
On a corner lot?
Corner lot.
Not supposed to be. It's in town. And that's your.
Was
problem.
that approved as an exception?
Yes,
I mean, like, did they come to the board for an exception? I wasn't on the board then.
No.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Either way,
No, we're not aware of.
that's somebody else's business.
within the past 12 months for sure. It's brand new concrete.
Is he allowed an exception?
I don't know.
These kind of situations?
It's not allowed a special exception for it. Brandon has 2 things. You have to be 50 feet from a curb, from the corner, and he's like 48, which is just shy of that. And then the next thing is that you're required to, you only allow 2 curb cuts per property. And this one constitutes 3 curb cuts for his situation, for circular drive in front of his house. It's no exception for it. It's just, that's what it is. That's what the ordinance reads. There's no special exception.
What you end up with is a choice of either change the ordinance or someone could apply for a variance. The problem with a variance, Brandon, is the last one we granted, the judge shot it down. A full record, did a couple of hour hearing of taking evidence on it. It's just really hard these days to do a variance. So your choice is either change what you have or come up with a different way to do what Brandon wants. Now, Katie's she's ridden all over town taking pictures.
Oh, yeah,
Come up with some,
I got
you know, because all our hearts are in the right place to try to help you and your family. As a board, you're either gonna have to change the law or not.
Yeah, can we table this then till we can have it?
Yeah, I'd like to know how this other one was done.
Me too.
And you're within 48 feet and we're supposed to say 50.
Right.
Is there any way you could, like, just a question I haven't, and look.
So to get to that
You went in your driveway, you know, and like you made your existing driveway part of the circle drive, where you only be doing one more curb cut.
I mean, yes.
Will it
but
work or not work? I mean, I understand it may not work.
From an appearance standpoint, that probably wouldn't look great because I'm still trying to create access to my front door.
Yeah,
So if I do tie into the Hendricks Drive, curve it into Deering, that still creates a void, you know, to get to my front door.
what's your address?
1618 Deering.
1618.
Pretty front yard.
Was that in form of motion to table it till we can take a look?
And yeah, that's what I'd rather do right now, is table it and let's talk with our planning commission and let's look at the ordinance.
And so just speaking with Katie, most of the driveways that have the circle with the additional drive, they touch in some form of fashion.
Right.
If I create some type of sidewalk coming from Hendricks to the circle drive that I want to create to make them technically touch, is that allowed?
It's hard to say it out loud and for
Yeah.
us to visualize.
Draw that up.
So this is my property here. That's what we want to do. The 48 feet was just my first pull of measurement before I even knew it was an ordinance. Spoke with Steve, he came out there, it was like 48 feet and some change, so 15 inches from being within the 50 feet. I can get to 50 feet if that's what makes this happen. But all the driveways in some form or fashion, like what Mr. Paul said, come off of this into Deering. I still don't have that front door access to my property. If I can make these touch via sidewalk to make them touch how it's been approved throughout town, does that work? I mean,
Let's talk about it.
It will take
Give us a chance to talk about
research.
it, okay?
yes, sir.
We're not shooting you down. We honestly want to help you,
Yes, sir.
okay? You okay with that, Mayor?
Oh, I'm fine. I
Thank you, Brian.
Thank y'all.
appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Josh? That's all I got.
I've got two quick things for you. Little recap. We applied for MDEQ funds back in, I'm gonna say early 2024 to rehab the MLK sewer basin. It's everything from North Street south all the way to the treatment plant on the east side of Highway 61. Well, we applied. It was a grant loan program. We didn't know how much grant versus how much loan. And we just got the award in, and we're happy to report that the $2.9 million loan, they're going to give us $2.3 million in loan forgiveness. And in addition to that, we received $687,000 in a CDBG grant we applied for. Therefore, this entire $2.9 million project will be full grant to the city of Cleveland. So today we're asking for approval of the SRF documents along with the engineering agreement to get started.
So move.
Have a motion.
Robert, motion?
Yes.
Second. All in favor? Opposed? All right,
That's all I got. Thank y'all.
thank you. Danny?
Yes, sir. You have a consent agenda before you. Would need a motion and second to approve unless you have questions.
We need approval of that sewer basin engineering agreement.
So move.
Wait, did he just did?
Just,
No, he did the SRF documents that's
Oh.
not on the agenda.
You lost me.
The sewer basin engineering agreement, we need approval of that.
So move.
second.
Okay. Motion, second by Zena, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now, Dan.
Yes, sir. Any questions on the consent agenda or a motion second to approve?
So move.
Motion by Ted, second by Brian, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Good for me.
Billy,
Yes, sir. I'm requesting
bringing
approval.
us any more problems?
I'm requesting approval and go to best bid for 2026 Chevrolet Traverse.
It was approved during budget.
Okay. Motion, Brian. Second,
Second.
second by Mark, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Is that all for you, Billy?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Okay. Chief?
Good morning. I need the approval for the lowest and best vehicle quote for the 2026 Dodge Durangos.
So move on that.
Motion by Ted,
Second.
second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed?
And I also need the approval for the lowest and best quote for the upfit package for the Dodge Durangos.
So moved.
Motion by Marcy, second.
Second.
Second by Ted. What, you got people asleep up there? All right.
Mr. Mayor, if I'm fading in and out, it's something I'm out of town, and it's probably internet.
Okay, doke. Christian,
Good morning. I'm seeking for approval for the lowest and best bid for the Armory HVAC.
It's also approved during budget.
Yeah.
also approved during budget.
So moved.
Motion by Marcy, second by Brian. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
I'm also seeking for approval for the lowest and best bid for our annual spraying for the parks that was approved during the budget.
So move.
motion by Ted, second by Robert. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank y'all.
Nay.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Got an abstain.
Did you?
Okay, abstain. Okay. Oh,
I gotta be faster.
Okay,
okay.
be faster.
All right, Ms. Arbuckle.
Yes, sir. I am looking for approval of the lowest and best vehicle financing quote for those vehicles that were approved during budget.
So moved.
And I'm,
I probably need to recuse myself from that.
yes, sir, you do.
Brian, Steve. Did Robert, did you make a motion?
Yes, I made the motion.
Okay,
Second.
second by Marcia, all those in favor? Opposed? I'm voting for y'all, we can't hear.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay. Heather?
Good morning. I have two items on the employee action recommendation needing approval, unless you have any questions.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. Motion by Senior, second.
Second.
Thank you. Second by Brian, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Not fully taken this morning. Okay, that was all we had, that was it.
That's it, yes.
Okay, Robert, do you have anything?
No, Mr. Mayor, I don't have anything.
Okey doke. Marcy?
Yes, sir.
The senior?
Yes, I have a concern. I received a letter from the Cleveland Central parent regarding the parade that Chief called me about and said that he had canceled the parade. So we wanted to address that because that's a concern. And I read the letter, and as an educator, and I see that we have made some concessions as it relates to parades and all that. We have allowed it to go early. We have not cut out the parade. What we did was we did cut out the tailgating. And MASA, the High School Association, made a suggestion for no tailgating, but they did not address the parade. So I'm concerned about that. And I did receive a letter from a concerned parent. I think the board has too. And the chief told me, he did call me and said that he canceled the parade. So I'm concerned about that. And he said there are some safety concerns, but then if that's the case, then we have some other issues that I would like for him to address as it relates to, well, how we're going to mitigate those safety issues throughout the city. And if we're going to have a curfew as Alderman Sanders talked about, or how are we going to be proactive as it relates to the 50 nights of lights and all those other things. So we're talking about safety issues. So I do want to address that.
Zane, can I ask a question? I don't mean to interrupt you. That letter, was it sent to the city hall, to our box, or was it sent to our residence? Because I didn't remember getting one from a parent.
It was emailed to me and I distributed it to all the mayor and board of aldermen.
Okay, maybe I just made this. Okay, thank you, Michelle.
Yes, sir.
Danny.
Recommendation.
Danny.
Yes.
Would that be appropriate to discuss this in executive session since it's a public safety issue?
That's exactly what I was recommending because there's a couple of factors in here. First, number one, I do believe, subject to conferring with the mayor, something like that is the chief's call. That's that. Mm-hmm. Second, I also know from a lot of discussion with the chief that he has intel that would be better discussed in executive session. Mm-hmm. And I would suggest you do that because I know it's very serious to the school district and I know it's serious to everybody, but that's the best place for the chief to talk about what his contacts are because he has some concerns.
All right. It's board's wish to go into executive session.
I'm trying to come back to it.
Oh, okay, I'll go over it. I'm sorry. Yeah, we were in the middle here. Ted?
No, I don't have anything.
Gary, you on? I
don't think he got back on.
Brian, do you have anything?
Yes, sir. I just want to thank Public Works and the police department. Oktoberfest, I think, was a success. It was a nice weekend and appreciate all their hard work.
Yeah, I'd like to say one of that. I want to thank the chief also for the he's at the gathering we had at the expo, went real nice and everything went real well. As far as, police protection and everything. So I'd like to thank him for the job that the police department did.
You're more than welcome.
And Danny's not
It's
on.
not.
Okay. All right, I have nothing except what we're going to discuss in executive session.
I make a motion, we consider entering executive session for matters of public safety.
Motion by Brian,
Second.
second, Vinnie. All those in favor?
I make a motion, we enter executive session for the same.
Motion by Brian, enter executive session. Second.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Adam.
Like it was. Oh, we went to me, we went clear.